Welcome back to the channel Gadgets for Gentlemen. In today's video, a very short size comparison between a couple of dive watches that I have here right in front of you. Today I am wearing my G-Shock, which is one of my favorite watches. So I have my notes right here. Let's dive into the size of these watches as well as the weight. This could be helpful for you if you are looking into these watches and if you want to know how they wear on the wrist, what they look like, and how they compare side by side. So let's get started with the smallest watch here on the left. What we have right here is the Citizen E02020-08E. So what we have right here is the Promaster dive watch. This is the version with the quartz movement. 200 meters of water resist, and it comes on this 18mm polyurethane strap. This watch has a diameter, excluding the crown, of 36.5 millimeters. So this distance slightly below 37. We have a lock-to-lock distance, this distance right here, of 43 millimeters, and a thickness, which is the case back to the crystal, of 11.6 millimeters. And again, we have a lock width, a lock spacing of 18 millimeters. And let me quickly throw it on my wrist. My wrist size is 6.3 inches. And let's have a closer look. With my wrist size, I'm in about the half of the size of this strap, as you can see right here, which means if you have larger wrists, then you can still use some of these adjustment holes right here. And if you have smaller wrists, you can use these holes. So this watch will definitely fit smaller wrists. So as you can see, what you can notice is the watch is not taking a lot of space on the wrist. Very comfortable, very lightweight. Now let's proceed with the weight on the original polyurethane strap. Just to confirm, I get about 65 grams. Now let's proceed with the slightly larger watch. This is the Citizen NY0040. We have it right here. And this watch, it has a diameter of 41.5 millimeter, excluding the crown. We have a lock-to-lock distance of 47.5, a thickness of 12.5, and a lock spacing, lock width of 20 millimeters. So this particular watch is really a strap monster. We have a beautiful case back where it reads Promaster. Also polyurethane strap. And we have a beautiful glossy dial with a date complication at the 3 o'clock. So this is already such a bigger watch. And let me show you first of all what this watch weighs on this polyurethane strap. As you can see, it weighs about 97 grams. Now let's throw it on my wrist. And with this strap, you can see I'm all the way to the left. There is 3 more adjustment holes if you have smaller wrist than 6.3 inches. And if you have larger wrists, as you can see, there's plenty of adjustments. And here we have it on my wrist. I really like the look and feel of this particular watch. Reminds me a little bit of my Seiko SKX watches, the 013 and the 007 and 009. Very comfortable watch on the wrist. And let's zoom in a little bit. And as you can see, in terms of size, we can already see this is quite a step up in terms of the dimensions, comparing these two watches. But other than that, they're very similar in terms of the design. Definitely for my wrist, I think this particular watch is a bit too small, and I think this is about the sweet spot. Now let's continue with this beautiful watch stands. I leave a link in the description. Here on the left, we have the Tudor Black Bay 58 in the color blue on the fabric strap with the Tudor shield. So this particular watch dimensions are 39 millimeters diameter, excluding the crown, a lock-to-lock distance of 47.8 millimeters, a thickness of 11.9 millimeters, and then we have a little bit of extra strap underneath, as you can see right here, adding up to a little bit of thickness. We have a lock spacing or lock width of 20 millimeters. Let's have a closer look at the weight. In this configuration we have a weight of about 78 grams. And here we have a little bit of a close-up of the beautiful Tudor Black Bay 58 with the beautiful Tudor rose on the crown. Fantastic watch, and for me personally this is about the sweet spot in terms of the size. It's just a bit more versatile compared to the NY0040 that we have on the left. This really much also just wears nice with a dress shirt, really slides under the cuff, and this particular one is a bit more aggressive, a bit more of a casual watch compared to the Tudor, which I think for a dive watch is quite dressy. So let me throw it on the wrist and show you how it wears. Usually with this strap I wear it in the second adjustment hole, as you can see right here, and this gives me a very comfortable fit on the wrist. This is the end result. I think you can't go wrong with this watch on the fabric strap. I also have the metal bracelet, but I prefer the fabric strap. I think the fabric strap for me makes the watch even more pleasant to wear. So that is the Tudor Black Bay 58, which is a 39 millimeter watch, and I think this is about the sweet spot for my wrist with a 6.3 inches wrist. Now let's go a little bit larger. Right here we have the Tudor Pelagos FXD. This is a 42 millimeter diameter watch, excluding the crown. We have a lock width of 52 millimeters. So this is the largest lock-to-lock distance that I have in my current collection. Thickness 12.7 millimeters. And then again we have a bit of some added thickness due to that fabric strap that has some resemblance with the strap of the Tudor Black Bay 58. We have a lock spacing of 22 millimeters, and this watch has no spring bars. This has fixed locks, so you can only wear with NATO straps. Let me throw it on the scale. Because of the titanium build, the watch only weighs 83 grams. Now let me demonstrate how this 42 millimeter watch, how it wears on my 6.3 inches wrist. And I really like this fabric strap with that Velcro material. Very comfortable. There we have it. This is how I wear it on my 6.3 inches wrist. And this is the end result. And I think this is a very comfortable fit on the wrist. I think this is about the largest watch that I have in my current collection, but I think it looks okay. And because of the titanium case, this watch is super lightweight. Now let's proceed with the final watch. But first, maybe nice pointing out just the difference of a 39 to a 42 millimeter watch. As you can see right here, in terms of thickness, they are comparable. Pelagos a little bit thicker, but it's definitely more about the lock-to-lock distance that you can see right here, as well as the lock width, 20 versus 22 millimeters, and the diameter, 39 versus 42 millimeters. But both very beautiful pieces. Now the final watch in the collection. This is the Omega Seamaster Professional Diver 300 meters. 42 millimeter watch, 50 millimeters lug to lug, which is this distance. We have a thickness of 13.7 in millimeters, and I think that has largely to do also with the dome sapphire crystal. You can see the mid case, actually it's quite slim. There's some more thickness because of that exhibition case back that we can see right here. So the dimensions, the thickness, it seems to be quite thick, but on the wrist, honestly, it doesn't wear that thick in my personal experience. We have a lock spacing, lock width of 20 millimeters. So also pretty much a strap monster. Weight, let me throw it on the scale. This is definitely the heaviest watch that I have, 174 grams. Let me try it again. So that's 0. Now here we go, 174. Adjusted to a 6.3 inches wrist. So if you have larger wrist, you have more links, that weight will go up. And finally, of course, a wrist shot. So that is the Omega on my 6.3 inches wrist. And this is the end result. This is about the biggest watch I think that I can get away with my small wrist. I really love the look of the Omega. That's why I purchased it. And maybe nice to see them side by side with the Tudor Pelagos. Let's just see them side by side. And as you can see, they are remarkably similar in terms of dimensions. The Pelagos is quite a bit thinner compared to the Omega. But then again, also the Omega has a depth rating of 300 meters. And the Pelagos FXD has a depth rating of only 200 meters. Big difference in terms of the weight. The Pelagos FXD you barely notice on the wrist because of the titanium, and this beautiful metal build quality of the Omega is really heavy on the wrist. So that is the Omega. So for me personally, with my 6.3 inches wrist, I think for me personally the winner is the Tudor Black Bay 58. This is for me really the sweet spot with 39 millimeters. Maybe second in place has to be that Citizen NY0040, because of that very short lock-to-lock distance, 20 mil lock width, and a thickness that is not so thick. So I hope that has been helpful to you if you are in the market to look into any of these watches. And if you wonder how they will fit your wrist, I would definitely advise to go and check them out in the flesh and wear them on some few occasions. Just see how you feel about them. But I hope this video has been helpful to you, maybe your first step of your exploration of a suitable watch. If you like the video, then please send me a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and see you soon.